Hi, this is Brian for DNB Academy, and today I'm gonna show you how to use parallel processings on your drum bus. In this case, I use a drum beat from the DNB Academy Creative Suite Volume 1, and it sounds like this. As you see, this loop comes with a lot of dynamic, and you can see the transients, and this is very good for us because we're gonna bring the process and we're gonna make it more fat and more punchy. So in the last tracks I was making, I'm using a new technique that is using the returns as a parallel processing. So basically I don't use any process inside my drum bus. I just send it to a separate channel and then I mix between the original signal and the process signal. So basically what I do is I create, in this case, 5 sends. I will show you each of these ones. In the first one, I got a glue compressor, and this one is for my parallel compression, which is a very cool technique you can apply for get more punchy and get more tail into your drums, or even for every sound you can use. It's a very good tool. So in this one, I just have a glue compressor with a very fast attack because you don't want that the transients are actually coming here. I will show you why, because when you send the signal, for example, here in the drum bus, obviously you will have a copy of this same sample. So if you keep the attack slow, you will let the transients of this one coming through this compressor, and the compressor will actually boost them. And we don't need that. We need that the compressor boost the tail, not the transient. So that's why we use the fast attack. So when the signal comes, it compresses instantly. And also I use the release around 1.2 because I think is a good range when the release is keeping compressing the signal, and I really like that because you can feel like this constant dynamic, and this is very useful for drums. So I just bring like all the send. Without, with. Okay. Next, I got my B send, which is a EQ8, just removing some of the resonant frequencies I don't want. Obviously removing the low end because in this case, this one I use for expanding the stereo. So I use a utility and I use the bass mono just for focus everything below 500 hertz. And in the width, I just put 400%, which is the maximum, for try to spread more all the drum group. Yeah, this is very cool and sounds like this. I will send some signal in here. It's too much. I think around 4 is it's very cool. Okay, let's check without. Very handy as well. Then I got a send C with an overdrive inside, and this one is for enhancing the mid-range. So I just send the signal, and this will help me to glue kick, snare, and hi-hats in the mid-range. Let's send some signal here. Maybe if I send some too much, maybe it's to distort. So I think around 15 is good. Even here is good. So let's listen without. With. sounding very, very good. Next, I have this send, which I sometimes use, and it's for boosting kind of the mid range of the signal. And I just use here an EQ8, like removing all the frequencies. Let's check this in solo. If I send something, if I send the drum in this case, it will only apply the process to this range. Nah? So basically I have here just the punch of everything. So I just try to boost it and then compress it with a slow attack and slow release. So I can mix it more with the send amount. I think around -7 is good. So let's think without. With. I get more punch in the low end. And in the end, I have a drums room, which is basically a preset I use here from Ableton. You can check it here, drums room. And this one is very cool for give more space into the group. I think around -12 is good, just to give the space. Without. With. Okay. Also, you can go to the session view and you can mix the levels of your returns. So sometimes I like just to do this, like I like to blast the send. For example, the C, I send it a lot. And maybe it's too much, but if I bring down this, I will level. So I have a lot of overdrive, but less volume on that overdrive. And you can do the same with the others. So let's say in the glue as well, in this one in D. You can level and get the sweet spot you want. And yeah, after this you can resample, but before that you have to EQ in your master. So I use these EQ settings just for try to boost some peaks in the signal. Maybe try to bring more mid-range. And just try to remove the hardship frequencies around 6K, 7K. And I got a glue compressor here just to make the sub clipping. If you want, you can boost like 2 decibels in the gain of EQ. Yeah, I like to keep my drums peaking around -6 in the RMS. And I think that's very, very cool. So let's check again without the process. With. As you hear, is a huge difference between those two. So after this, I will just create a new audio track, and then I'm just gonna resample it. And you can see the difference on waveform. now is obviously more squash because the process we made, but yeah, I think it's a very, very cool beat now. So let's play with the bass line right now. Okay, I think this is all for now. Don't forget to subscribe to dnbacademy.net. I hope this tutorial is interesting for you. Thank you so much for the time and see you in the next one.